This is my YouTube channel, my important one. It's full of all sorts of evidence. Now you'll notice that there's titles on here like dealing with perverts like the Tillamook officers. Well, when officers are going to smile at you when you're telling them about being assaulted, they're getting off on it, and that's sick. Here's another one. Interrupting to say I can't investigate is wasted time. Many of these mandatory reporters, when I say I can't investigate, I've never asked them to investigate. I'm aware it's not their job to investigate. I've taken the mandatory reporter training only in one state, but I've kept up on the mandatory reporter laws in every state that I've been to. Here's a guy who kept calling over and over and over again while I was on the phone. I think that might have been with trying to call the police. Adult Protective Services, Chris, and hoping for the best. More abuse from Adult Protective Services and SDS today. Yeah, we could watch those actual videos. Here we got some pretty interesting ones, so we're going to watch them.
Apparently there's someone yelling at my car about hiring someone to beat them up. Oh, it's Chris Stafford trying to pretend I hired someone to beat him up. 909 PCT.
909 PCT is the license plate for that vehicle. And the way that I realized he was there is I heard a clunk and somebody screaming about hiring somebody to beat him up. But you'll get to hear, yeah, he calls me all sorts of stuff. Bryn is a witness to the situation. She said that she saw him throw the rock. Oh, come on, play.
Yelling at my car about hiring someone to beat them up. Oh, it's Chris Stafford trying to pretend I hired someone to beat him up. 909 PCT.
You hear that? He's calling me a chomo. That means child molester. Now, I've never been charged with any form of sexual assault or any form of abuse against a child. But this guy was running guns illegally, and yeah, I spoke up. Oh, by the way, that's Bryn's trailer in the background, or her mom's trailer, rather.
I told you.
Now, you notice through this, I'm being calm. I am speaking calmly. Right now, my voice is slightly elevated because the tent I'm in is being rained on, and it's kind of loud.
Yep, that literally just happened. That's Chris Stafford. He assaulted me and threatened my life on multiple occasions. Yep, I told you. Ain't nobody trying to hire no. Stop! Stop!
Now, you notice that. Until he tries swinging at me, I am talking calmly, and I am recording the situation. I am making sure that I get the license plate number of the person who did it and the name of the person who did it.
Away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away!
Now, did I go pursue him and my vehicle? No, I was parked. You got to see he was in his vehicle driving around when this situation started. And when I was saying he was accusing me of hiring somebody to beat him up, well, he screamed that in this video. This is obviously not a delusion. Then he wants to call me a little girl stalker, pretending that I stalk little girls. Oh, yeah, that certainly makes it okay, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. All of these sickos are the same. All of them. They do horrible shit. They break the law. And then, of course, they want to threaten me and intimidate me. And then they want to be pissed off that I tried to turn them in.
away from me! No, you can't! Get away from me! 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 Get away from me!
Why am I loud? Do I just start yelling for no reason? Through any of this, am I yelling for no reason? It doesn't look like it. It also doesn't look like this is a delusion. Seems to me that everything there needed for an arrest is there. Especially since I am a disabled adult who this man has targeted repeatedly.
This is a Tillamook Library parking lot.
Oh, by the way, he was convicted for the guns. Did the police give me any credit? Of course not. And I wouldn't expect them to. At least he's
Trying to
leaving.
claim I hired somebody to beat him up. What a fucking nut job. You hearing this goddamn schizophrenic bullshit out of this piece of fucking shit? Jesus fucking Christ.
Now you notice I wasn't using nice words. At that point, there was no reason to use nice words. Nice words weren't working. You also noticed that I was yelling very loudly. That's not to intimidate the person who's coming at me. That is to alert anyone in the general vicinity that there's an issue going on. Law enforcement at its finest. This one right here is from Chapel, Nebraska. And it's got examples of just about every kind of abuse that they can encounter or that I can encounter without them actually physically touching me. And that includes the threats against my friends and family. Let's play this video. Not sure if you heard that. Might have recorded, might have didn't. Here's another one with Chris Stafford. He I think he threw 2 rocks, I can't remember. And then he was screaming at me out of his window. And I pulled out my camera, and it took a minute to get it started. And he was still parked next to my vehicle yelling at me. This is in the same location that all of my windows were broken in. And this man did this nearly every night.
Fucking Chris Stafford throwing fucking rocks at my goddamn vehicle. 909 PCT.
That's right. Got his license number again. Here's some with Andrew Wolnez violating the protection order. This is part 2.
Punk ass little bitch. I'm a punk ass little bitch.
That's what he kept screaming at me. I think this is when I was with Sean and he was screaming.
Bonjour. Please tell me I'm not the only person who heard that. I thought that's something that was right there, me. Andrew Wolnez?
See, this guy was pretty close to me, and he thought Andrew Wolnez was yelling at him. Now, one common thing with these people is that for most of these people, the issue with Andrew Wolnez revolves around 2 separate situations. One of them was that he was running around trying to convince homeless people to harm me by telling them that I was a child molester and a murderer. And if they didn't go for it, then he started targeting them, and still does so, by the way. The second situation is that a lot of the homeless people are not sharing their drugs with him, and he doesn't like that. So this guy that I'm talking to in this video, his name is Sean as well.
What's he got an issue with you for? He keeps accusing me of being a drug dealer. No, I'm just... accused me of a bunch of other shit.
Yeah, he just admitted to being a drug dealer.
There's one of the guys that lives in the apartment over there. He keeps doing it to him, too.
So, like, that was right after Andrew Wolnez got done yelling at me that day. Here's another one.
There's Wolnez riding by, bullying other people as well now.
Sorry about the graphics quality. Like, you can hear him screaming at us. By the way, these were all in one day. And again, she thought he was targeting her. I'm sorry about the video quality. Here's another one.
What the hell did I just miss? Oh, it's Andrew Wolnez starting fights with goddamn everybody. It's definitely Andrew Wolnez. Now he's threatening to kill people. Andrew, stop! I'm not a fucking fentanyl dealer. You need to shut your fucking mouth. I'm fucking tired.
Now, when people are threatening to kill people, I'm going to speak up. I'm not just going to watch it happen. Now, mind you, this is the fourth one of that day. Now, I started recording because the yelling was in my direction. And of course, I recorded as soon as something started. Here's another important one. This is Valerie. She's a witness as well.
My name is Valerie Lynn Merritt. I was born as Valerie Lynn Hutchinson. And I am letting everybody know that Sean over here has permission to use me as a witness from Out Helping Hands and currently with Andrew Wolnez in the first incident I seen with him going by.
So this is part one. This is the first time that he broke the protection order that day.
Yeah, I agree.
There's fucking Andrew Wolnez. Fucking harassed me again. See, I'm supposed to call the cops every time that he fucking breaks the protection order.
He knows who I am.
You know what happens? That's Valerie Lynn Hutchinson who's with me there. That's the situation she was a witness to, that she was willing to say she was a witness to, because she was. Not only do I try to warn victims of abuse, like I did with Amanda, this is what this video is about, I do that for their safety. When somebody is threatening harm against another, yeah, I'm going to speak up. Even the the deputies that I was stuck in jail with, that were horrible people, I still spoke up when inmates were threatening to harm them. You might notice right here, I used some very not nice words about Chris Stafford and the abuse. And of course, the gun. And of course, I also have recordings with these people about the situation. And of course, Miss Nicole Vertner, who is another mandatory reporter, they just sent me around in circles. And you get to see some of these titles. This one right here, Chris Stafford and his friends last night. Some of Chris Stafford's friends and Chris himself. Some of these videos actually have the actual incidents. Obviously, we've seen many videos of actual incidents. Yeah, that is the same one. This is just the longer version. Like I said, a lot of these videos are too long to send, so I can only send little bits and pieces. It takes forever to do it. If somebody took the time to look at this stuff in person, I wouldn't have to go through all of that. We should go back to the beginning of this one.
Up in the car again, between the antenna on it, and started screaming some BS at me, and of course he was on a bike, turned around, came back my direction. I was kind enough not to zap him with my taser or spray him with my bear mace.
You notice I'm trying to talk calmly. You also notice I'm speaking about my bear mace and my taser. Yes, I had them both on me. No, I was not willing to use them. I had them on me on almost every assault, but I never used them. Here's one. So this is from, well, we'll see.
I started making a video
October
because
31st
Chris Stafford,
of
his friends they wanted to be passive aggressive and talk
2023.
shit while next to my car. But they didn't touch it. Chris Stafford walked by and smacked my car. So I started making a video. And as I was making a video, this happened. Did you hear him put an apple through my window? How effective were penance or foster? That was the sound right there.
The apple itself is actually in the video too. I show the apple. And of course, it's difficult to hear stuff in the background, which sucks. So when it came to Chris Stafford and the gun, I made multiple videos about that, trying to turn it in, trying to get someone to listen. Talking about his the 38 caliber that he stole from Amanda's mom. And yeah, I spoke up about that quite a bit. Youngins pulled up next to me, Tillamook, Oregon. This might be one of the other bully videos. I don't know exactly how far in.
I think it's strange that pulled up right next to me and stopped.
Alright, I'm sorry, I didn't go through these videos to find which ones had exactly what in them. This one's 18 minutes long. It probably has something in it, but I'm not going to watch the full 18 minutes. Keyword here I put in was pumpkins. This one's about the Tillamook youngins who threw pumpkins at me. Let's see. This might be it.
And I'm pretty sure it's lifted. Well, it's an American style, likely Chevy.
Alright, that one's an hour and 41 minutes long. And let's see. Some of that stuff might be parts where we can see the vandalism. We'll see.
Some sort of blue liquid in my vehicle. Yeah. They were grabbing the pumpkins out here and then taking them over there and throwing them at me. I could identify the little bastard that was doing it, but there was 5 of them all together. Yeah.
So I've been documenting this stuff on YouTube. I shouldn't have to document it on YouTube. No victim should have to go to YouTube and speak up. Now, the fact that these things are recorded, and also you get to hear there how I was talking to somebody about the abuse, yeah, those things are very, 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 very real. There's also stuff on here, like this one's about them destroying furniture at Tillamook Sporting Goods. Two youngins scaring the Hades out of me. You know, they weren't the bullies, thank goodness, that time. Here's one. So I started this recording because they were throwing fireworks under my vehicle.
2 minutes, 3 minutes.
They were screaming the N-word while they were throwing shit too. But there you got to see, I had the firework in my hand. I had to pull it out from under my car. They threw 2 of them, by the way. So here I'm going into the Starbucks, or into the Safeway, to explain to them what went on. That's what happened in a lot of these. I was told if I'm victimized on Safeway property, to go tell the Safeway staff, and they'll turn it in.
On the right side, I have a broken fireplace, I guess. I don't think this is the one that they threw. I heard one explode, and this one doesn't look like it exploded.
See? This video is called KKK Throwing Fireworks at My Car Again. It is from October 19th, 2023. That's the day after my birthday. By this point, this is while I was having to deal with Andrew Wolnez as well, by the way. And I still have to deal with these youngins and Andrew Wolnez. Now it's over 2 hours long, and that's because it's not just the fireworks thing, it's my endeavors to try to get help turning it in, because if I have to turn it in by myself, the cops are going to ignore me, as is their history. This is my stalker from Hood River. Not sure if you notice what kind of a vehicle that is. He also changed his license plate number multiple times. And why do I call him my racist stalker from Hood River? Because he likes calling me the N-word, and because he literally stalked me here from Hood River. Situation with Susan, you get to see that same dolphin in the background over and over and over again. Like I said, he changed it over and over. This one right here, this shows one of the times that he was, like, he stalked me all the way from Hood River, from Hood River to Tillamook. And this one right here, the screenshot is from Tillamook Forest.
She's missing from Beaverton, Oregon. I've made multiple videos about her being missing. Here's some of the videos from in Hood River.
Katie
I have to
and
go
David
through all of
Saltzman.
these. I just got this thing started charging. There is so much here. I mean, that one's a 3-hour video almost. We'll pay attention to this one here. Suicide is considered a tragedy. But when you're suicidal, it's considered attention-seeking, negative behavior. So you're
Now, I
punished for
posted
it.
this up September
Until you
10th,
kill yourself, and
2023.
then it's considered a tragedy. Imagine that.
September 10th, 2023 was, well, my older brother Eric's birthday. He was born September 10th. So, obviously, we're not going to be able to go through all these videos because I can only record about 25 minutes, 35 minutes, something like that at a time. And then my phone is full and it stops making the video, and I have to download the video and then erase the video off of the phone so that I have room to make another video. This one is from August of 2023, And of course, this guy just kept on driving by and screaming stuff at me. This might be one of the ones where he drives by and screams.
That's now my stalker's over there. Ain't no panhandling there today.
Oh, that's because he's on the corner there with his dog. His dog is super nice. Now, you also notice, instead of approaching him, I'm going around. Also, because he had threatened to kill me previously and attempted to assault me previously and stalked me here.
Same sign.
Now, he claims he's a veteran. Whether he's a veteran or not, it doesn't make this situation okay. Now, because I post up on my YouTube channel, one of the things with that is it does keep my friends and family safe. See, I can't say this without somebody pretending that it's a threat. But the fact is that all of my predators are going to die. That is a fact of life, not a threat. However, several of my predators have been killed, and several of them are dead. And every time that one of my predators goes missing or ends up dead, I get accused on the internet of doing all these horrible things, and people in real life will stalk my sister and myself and harm us over it. So by going public and by letting people know exactly where I'm at, let's say, for example, if Ted were to have a heart attack in Los Angeles. Well, I'm obviously not in Los Angeles. Or let's say somebody decided to end him in New York City, for example. Or let's say, God forbid, that Leslie Snell's husband kills her in a fit of rage. Well, these people are people who are predatory towards me, but wanted to play victim after the fact. Since I'm in Tillamook, Oregon, if these people end up dying, it is obvious that it was not me. And if it's obvious that it's not me, that should at least, in some part, reduce the abuse and the threats towards my sister and my niece. It won't reduce the assaults, because somebody needs to actually acknowledge that they're happening. Now, of course, we get to go through the actual assaults too. Now, I'm just covering the fact that these people exist. We're not going through and digging for every time that they cursed at me, every time they called me the N-word. So let's get to some of the assaults by Andrew Wolnez. This is the 7th one at Seventh-day Adventist Church.
First Christian Church for some food.
Sorry, First Christian Church. Let's see, at 2735, is that it?
One of the people who said they'd help me will actually come through. Chances are pretty good they won't.
Another one of the people who came here just to watch.
But I'm trying to have hope.
Now, obviously,
no faith. I don't have any faith that anybody's going to come through.
all right, we were able to press that button so that
as long as people don't mess with me, I don't mess with them. Kill them up and then you fucking back. All right.
now how far into the video is that? That's 27 minutes into the video. I've gone out to my vehicle because he walked into the church. And of course, what am I told to do? If my predators show up, I'm supposed to leave. Me. So I left. I went out to sit in my car. And of course, as he was leaving, he had to go by and harass me again. Just could not leave me alone. Now, there's a woman named Miranda who works at the Safeway, and she was actually a witness to this situation. And I think it's like 16 minutes in that I actually left to go sit in my car.
There's Wolnez right there.
So what did I do? I got out to make a proper identification.
What a fucking punk. That's the thing. He needs to just leave me alone.
Now he turns around on his bike and he's coming back. There's Miranda. There's Wolnez.
Stop. Fucking thing. Get that fucking thing out of my face. It's not in your face. It is.
Now I want to ask you, did I approach him or did he approach me? See, this is twice in this video that he approached me. The first time we wanted to go by and scream shit at me, and the second time when you want to come back around and try to intimidate me and try to destroy my phone again.
Back up. Get away from me. Wolnez, stop. That fucking thing off. Stop. It is not okay to assault people, punk.
See these goddamn predators. They want to abuse people, but they don't want to get recorded doing it. Well, how about just don't fucking do it? But what are the cops going to do about this? Pretend it's delusional. What is CARE and TFCC going to pretend about this? That it's delusional, that these are delusions, that these things never happened. In any of these videos, do you see me ever, even once, approaching these pieces of shit? Hell no.
Shot.
Here's another one with another assault about Andrew Wolnez. And this ought to let us know at one point in the video. I'm going to stop it just for a second. Oh, come on. Now, by this point, you can see here, again, see the police, if I don't record it, they pretend that it didn't happen and it's a delusion. If I do record it, as soon as it starts happening, they pretend that it's a delusion and they pretend that they can't do anything because they didn't see how it started. Then there's this situation and the previous one. You get to see on the last one, it was 27 minutes in. In this one, it's 35 minutes in. Why do I have to record all the time? Because if I don't record the very beginning, then magically there's no crime for some odd reason. How would you guys like that? Now, why am I recording? For my safety. This is a place where homeless people go to eat. He's harmed me and assaulted me repeatedly at these places.
Not one video picture. That guy right there. Not one video picture. Just so you know, that's the thing. I didn't say nothing to him. You need to